Hey guys, Bob here from Bob's Drone Flights and Adventures here in Minnesota. It's finally melting, the snow, thank goodness. Okay, so the new DJI Avata Motion Controller 2 has arrived today. Here's the 1. So I haven't even flown with it yet, but I'm about to. And what I'm gonna do is fly a battery to get a feel for it, so that I can really actually talk to how it feels compared to the Motion Controller 1. And what can you do differently with this thing? We know the obvious, go backwards, and we got the joystick, or the on top here, and I'm guessing, I haven't done it yet, that it's gonna be for strafing left and right, like horizontal, like this, straight across, straight up, and straight down. That's my guess, but what I really wanna see is how that pairs with head tracking. That's what I wanna know. What happens with head tracking on in the goggles too, and using this joystick and the wrist? That's what I want to see. Now, one thing I'll tell you right from the get-go, feel-wise, without even flying it yet, the trigger on the goggles, or goggles 2, the trigger on the Motion Controller 2, compared to the 1, feels much smoother. It has the tension, but it almost feels like, when I close my eyes, like it has less tension. I thought it had more, but it actually has less when I compare it to the 1. Less tension, and it definitely feels smoother when I'm pulling it. But let's fly it, and we'll really see. So, gonna fly now. I'll get some footage, but then I'll talk again at the end on my thoughts about the difference from the two, and it's something, if you're thinking about upgrading, maybe it'll help you or not. So cheers, peace, keep flying. Here we go. Okay, Motion Controller 2. I've been out here flying like a madman. I went through 3 batteries. So here's some thoughts. Now remember, I'm using the goggles 2, so I have head tracking. For orbiting, now, so basically, let's start with the trigger. Feels really smooth. I like it better than the Controller 1. Feels smoother. The resistance, it just feels smoother, better polished. That's the right word. I didn't use the dial over here. There's a dial over here you can use to adjust settings in your camera. I didn't need to do that, but you can do that. I didn't even try that. If you want to, when the return to home comes up now, it's the mode button here is what you use to cancel the return to home. Also switch from normal to sport mode. Now, one thing I did do when I went into the goggles, when you connect this, you actually can go into the controller settings, and maybe this was for the Controller 1. I never did it before, but you can adjust the speeds from the normal and the sport, especially when it comes to the thumbstick up here. So when you're going up, you can adjust that speed, the max speed, whatever speed you want to. There's a couple different options. Same with down, strafing left and right. So if you want to have that really get up to, like, I think, don't quote me, like 20 miles an hour strafing, you can do that, or you can set it lower, depending on what you're gonna do. I maxed them out and tried it. You could see, I mean, I went, so if you want, you can't, with the Controller 1, you can't strafe. You can't go perfectly like this left to right, okay? You can turn, you can bank left and right, but you can't strafe across like this. With this Controller 2, you can. So with this thumb switch, this toggle, okay, if I push it, I don't know if I can push it left. I'm not a professional studio, guys. Just doing it for fun. You push it left, it strafes left. Now, here's something I did learn, though. If your hand's off a little bit while strafing, it doesn't do a perfect strafe. It'll kind of arc and, you know, kind of get off axis. So, which you could use for a shot, but if you want a kind of perfect horizontal, right, you got to keep your hand straight. You got to keep this level, right? And then do it, and it'll go pretty straight, okay? And hopefully with some of the shots in there, you saw where I was doing that. Now, one thing that was pretty cool at the end there, I'll put it in the video, is I went reverse, pushed this forward, but at the same time, I hit the thumbstick up. So it's like a pull-away shot, you know, flying backwards, a reveal shot, I guess, whatever you call it, and going up at the same time. Obviously, you can't do that with the controller 1. You can do it with this controller 2. I think there's some advantages, obviously, with the controller 2. One is the going backwards. I think if I was doing like a property or something, or I wanted that lateral shot, this is going to give it to you. I don't do a lot of that, but I'm glad I could do it if I had to. I don't think it really helped me at this point. I got to fly with it more. I don't think it really helped me too much with the head tracking. I tried it with the head tracking. It was a little awkward, but I'm going to play with that some more. So I don't think there's some, at this point, I got to fly some more with it. I don't think there's any super big advantages if you're zipping around and carving with the head, let's say, with the head tracking on or orbiting. I don't see advantages with the thumbstick if you know what you're doing. If you're not too good at the orbiting, especially with the head tracking on, you could do it with the thumbstick. If you push to the right, it starts going right. You could angle the controller and it would start to do that orbit. So gives you some options there. Overall, I got a discount on this because I have the controller one. They sent me a coupon. I bought it. If you have the controller one and you're on the fence and you're happy with it, you might not need to go with this. If you're looking for the little extra things you can do, the backwards, the horizontal left and right, then definitely take a look at this motion controller 2 for the DJI Avata. I do like the trigger squeeze. That's really stood out to me. I think it's much smoother than the controller 1. It just feels better. It could be all in my mind, but I do think it's better. Yeah, so I'm glad I got it. I'm going to do obviously more flying with it and get better with it. I love the motion controller with the DJI Avata. I ordered the controller too with the thumbsticks, but I'm old, man. That thumbsticks, joysticks, you know, I could do it with the Air Mavic 2, but this is a whole different ballgame. This is just simple. Pull it out, bada boom, bada bang. I'm flying, I'm zipping around, easy peasy. Something's beeping. At least my head's, my goggles. So a lot of fun. If you have any questions, post them below. Long video, I know. I'm going to keep flying, trying it out. More videos to come. Cheers, peace, guys. If you enjoy flying, keep doing it. Have fun with it. And I appreciate you guys subscribing, liking the videos, and I love seeing your videos as well. Cheers, peace.